Hey everyone, welcome to another walkthrough video of ExcelWonders. We're going to look at a tool called e-commerce forecasting model, and this is a perfect tool for anyone with an e-commerce business who wants to forecast the revenue and the P&L for the next 5 years. So when you open the file, you should arrive at this page here, and this page is simply an introduction that contains some instructions, so which pages do you want to start and then go next, and then some important notes. When you scroll down, you should be able also to see this field here that allows you to select or to define 5 product names. Now, an important note about this box here. This box here you're going to find in many other places throughout this document, and it's simply a placeholder to indicate that you should delete this box and then put values in the respective input items here. Now, before we leave this page, there's another important thing you need to do, which is to select the starting year. This is super important because it will define the starting year for all the other sheets here on the left. Once you've done these things, you can start with prospect discovery. Prospect discovery is the first stage of modeling because it will help you to define how much traffic are you generating to your e-commerce store. It presents you with a variety of different channels, and then for each channel, you can add certain inputs. Now, here's an important thing. At the end of each channel, you'll see the traffic or clicks that is generated for that channel. If you scroll down, you see a list of channels, and you can add values for all of these. Those that you don't want to add values, you can simply just ignore. In the end, you have this total traffic here on the bottom that is the consolidation of all the values from above. This type of structure is very similar to what you will find in all the other pages, but I'll show you in a second. Another thing to consider is that the input will be on a monthly basis. So you can put numbers for every month, for every year for the next 5 years. So if you have 2024, you have here 2025, 2026, 27, 28, and then here you also have some consolidations. You have a consolidation by quarter, and then finally, you have also consolidation by year. You can hide or unhide rows and columns however you want. And then finally, you also have here a field for notes in case you want to document some of your assumptions. Now, the last thing I want to say is that the consolidations both for year and for quarter will be completely automated. So it will take the numbers you've put for the different months, and then it will sum and calculate if it sums, could be averages, could be anything depending on the field, but it will present you here the numbers completely automated. Now let's go next to customer acquisition. Customer acquisition starts from the previous point, and then you can add conversion rates. Once you add conversion rates, it will give you the total first-time customers by channel. This is really important because it allows you to then define at the end or view at the end how many customers you're gaining every month. The next one is customer retention. So once you've gained customers, now it's time to calculate how many you're able to retain. Here, the only field you need to populate is this part here that says retention rate. Because once you populate retention rate, it will give you here on the bottom the total number of customers that you will be able to see by month of acquisition and then by a month of order. And if you scroll here on the right, you see all of it. It's a huge field. It really gives you the full representation. And then finally, at the very end, you'll be able to see total number of orders, which is the sum of the orders from the first time these customers put orders, and then the retention as well. Now let's go to the next one, which is revenue. In revenue, it starts with the consolidation of the number of orders from both first-time and existing customers, repeated customers. And then there's some inputs you need to add. So first is, what is the average number of units per order for each type of product? Then you have to put the average price per unit of each product as well. And then what that will do is that you will be able to calculate the average order value for both first-time orders and repeated orders. And then you also will be able to calculate the revenue by order type. So either for first-time orders or repeated orders. And then also what you will be able to see is the revenue by channel. So remember that in the previous page, or 2 pages ago actually, you had the different orders by channel. With this, you will be able to see also the different revenue by channel. And then finally, you'll be able to see the number of units sold by product and then the revenue by product. And finally, the total revenue that is generated by month. And then at the end, you have the P&L. The P&L is, once you have the revenue number, let's now calculate all the way to net profit. First of all, you need to add some assumptions here. These are the list of assumptions that you need to add. And then once you add them, you'll be able to see the full P&L here. There's some extra fields you need to add as well, especially for some costs, especially on advertising, sales expenses, general and administrative expenses, other types of costs. So this gives you the flexibility to add more expenses you want to add here on the operational side. You also have depreciation, amortization, and then some non-operating expenses and income as well. At the very end, you'll be able to see net income. So you can see how this entire model gets you from prospect discovery. So from all the investments and choices you're making from an investment perspective and from a traffic acquisition perspective, all the way to the P&L, where you will be able to see revenue and net profit. And that's it. I hope this template is useful to you.